There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name. What's going on right now? You're watching Casino Is the Name, and scared money don't make no money, you heard me? Like, we done just about all heard that phrase before. And I didn't realize until the other day how true that was. Like, when you really think, like, this statement is so true. Like, even though I live by it, and that you live by it, and the world lives by it, but that statement, oh my God, I didn't realize until the other day when I was talking to a student. I know it sounds completely unrelated, right? Because they're in college, they're not necessarily in business. But let me tell you how true this statement is, because it works in every scenario, right? So I'm talking to the student. The student has two tests left. And they were like, I got to pass these tests so I can get up out of this class and graduate, right? And I was like, well, cool, go ahead and knock it out. And he was like, well, I'm really nervous because, you know, I got to do these tests. And I said, well, did you study, right? And they were like, yeah, I studied. I said, yeah, but did you like really study? Because if you really study, you know, preparation, you know, erases fear, right? If you know that you put the work in, if you know you've studied enough, you know you done killed it, that they can't put none in front of you that you don't know, then, you know, you ain't got no work. You don't even worry about it. And that is the same thing in business, right? That is the same thing in business. For instance, somebody who knows real estate, right? Somebody who has been doing real estate for 10, 15 years, or they know exactly what to look for or whatever like that. They understand it at a certain level that when they see a deal, they're not nervous about putting their money there because they've done the research and they know they got the history. They know that, right? They know it's a risk involved, but they know what they're doing versus somebody who's never done it. They, you know, they're nervous. I don't know if I want to put my money in this. Same thing with trucking. Like, same thing with all of these things. It's kind of like you have all of these questions, or you're not sure. You're thinking it might be a good investment, or you see other people succeeding at it, but you don't know if you're going to be able to succeed at it. And all that is you not knowing enough. Right? Once you get to a point where you know enough about something, you don't even worry about it. You know, like, or at least you feeling like you know enough. You might find some things that you got into it that you didn't know about, but once you've done enough of the research, you know it enough, you've been around it enough, you've seen it enough, like you're like, oh yeah, I know how that works. I get that. Okay, bet. Like, I know where the money comes from. I know how to get the money. Oh, I know all the rules, regulations. I know what can happen here. I know what can happen here. I know how to get approved for this. I know. Once you know all of that and you're confident, then it's really simple for you to invest in it. Versus you not knowing, you know what I'm saying? So when you don't know, you have all of these questions. And I feel that if you have all of these questions still about whatever the business is, then do not invest in it until you feel more confident. Because once you feel confident, even when, say, something starts going wrong, you're like, oh, well, I kind of expected that. Or, I mean, I kind of knew that could happen. But I still feel like I made a very sound decision. Like, investing is very, very easy once you know what you're doing, once you're confident in the knowledge that you have of that business, or of that whatever the criteria is to run that business, or whatever that is. Once you are very, very confident, then, you know, the investing side is easy. But there are people like, say, like myself. I was given an opportunity to invest in something, but I didn't know enough about that. I also, not only did I not have a passion, because a lot of people talk about passion being related to your, you know, what you're investing in. That the passion is only connected to it because you feel as though you know enough about it, right? Because if you have a passion about something, that means you've been doing a lot of research, you've been emotionally tied to it. So, or some kind of way tied to it. You thought about it like a lot, you've been around it a lot. That is all just really tied to how much you know about that business, not necessarily a passion. I mean, it's still a passion, but not necessarily because you're just emotionally connected to it. It's because you feel like you know enough about it. And it makes sense. That makes sense. And so I just advise you guys, do not invest into anything until you feel like you know the ins and outs of every possible scenario that has been presented to you or that you've ever thought about. Get every question answered and feel confident in your decision versus investing because someone else brought an opportunity to you. Because I definitely turned down an opportunity because I told him, I was like, I mean, I know you know where the money is. I know you know how to do this. I know you have a, you do this. This is your passion. This is your thing. I said, but this would be just like me asking you to put that down and come over to what I do. And, they would not be willing to do that because they don't know, right? Anyway, right now you're watching Casino Is the Name, man. I'm out.
There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? There's money everywhere. There's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.